Oh yeah.
I need to be more camera aware. I'm like, hey, we're back, guys. Nervous down here. Genetic.
I know it's something that I think I'm really bad for. Is I need to make sure I look at the camera more than I do, because I feel like
oh god, your soulless eyes. That was actually really weird because you had glass glare.
Oh,
Is
I
it?
see.
Like your eyes were like pure white, but you just did it again. And the exact same thing happened. What the fuck is up with your eyes, bro?
Just Oh, it could be.
Chat, is he a Sith? Can someone what's going on here? I'm gonna full screen you. Do you have white eyes?
Do I have white eyes? I don't think so. It looks.
Oh, it's the green screen.
Oh, my eyes getting green screened.
Your eyes are getting green screened. Holy shit, that was spooky. Look at them. Oh my god.
I can't
green eyes.
I can't actually see it because if I
I can't look you're
into that's crazy.
How color are your eyes? Do you have green eyes?
They're slightly greeny. So I think
they
it's
are
probably
a bit green.
Yeah, they are a bit green.
No, that's a weird thing. Because I was going to say it's funny. I've only I was going to say 7 years, but I guess it's longer than that. I don't know. We've been friends for 7 years, and I have no idea what your eye color is, and I think that's a funny thing to think. There's a lot of people who have no idea what well, I don't at least. Maybe you're a better person than me.
How many of your friends do you stare deeply into their eyes?
Exactly. I'm very bad at eye contact. I never make eye contact. But if you're in a power position like a lawyer, very important.
Yeah.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime, in fact, was Studio 2. Today, I will call upon the people present in Studio 2. Sorry, Your Honor, small slip of the tongue. You mean so much to me, I wanted you to be my president. In the trailer that day.
Stiff upper lip is key.
From their testimonies, we will become the truth clear.
Fucking hell.
From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. No pun intended. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 who was present in Studio 2 trailers that day.
Look at her, she looks so innocent.
Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were seen in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do so when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
Phoenix, please.
Phoenix, please.
Right, day of the murder. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we had a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Right, there's gotta be a couple of lies in there that we can pick out.
There is.
Because we know that's bullshit.
We know half of that's bullshit, yeah. I have a
The ju-
question about one part of your testimony, and the judge knows it's fucking bullshit. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van?
Hmm?
There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk. What with that monkey's head toppling over. The van. Finally added to the court record.
Is there not a thing about... What was it like when we examined that van? Did we have a thing about it hasn't ran in ages? Or did it feel like it had run? I can't remember.
No.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Jeez.
I'm just thinking, like, do all the times line up? I feel like that's the first thing we check, is we want to check the times.
That probably matches.
Let's see.
I mean, they said... Okay, so obvious lie is that she said they had T-bone steaks, which they didn't because there's no bone on the plate. But I don't even think we have evidence that...
No.
Unless we go, here's a plate that actually has a T-bone steak on it, there's a bone. Which maybe.
Okay, so yeah, that lines up. That was cleared
By 4.
by 4. Yeah. The murder happened at 2:30. So that is in line with their break. I guess we just press everything, huh?
We could press that because we don't know about it.
By
yourself?
Huh. Yes.
And you didn't stop in the employee area?
No.
Are you all with this terse?
Yes.
Oh dear. Okay. I mean, we kind of know that.
Yeah.
Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation.
But that's how we catch liars.
Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said about you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging your little desk. It hurts my ears. Ugh.
But that's how we get dramatic. We
There
know
was
that's
to be
fine.
a rehearsal afterwards. We went to Studio 1.
Is the monkey's head not still on the road?
No. Oh, this is
It
the
does say it was
information.
cleared, but
Yeah,
when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No. The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it'd be between those times.
You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth.
I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
Take me, Sal. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean?
We kind of established this already. It means
Yeah.
just what I said. I had Sal take me to take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh. Oh, right. I'm fucking stupid. Right, so that's... So we know that. I think it's the stake. The stakes is the biggest, like, out-and-out lie. And what were you doing what were you doing during that time? It's literally the next line of the testimony.
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright.
Fuck's sake.
Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Damn.
So I did 2 mistakes. Which I don't think I did.
You're the only 2
Do you have someone who can verify this? Other than
Sal?
Yeah. No, I mean someone else.
One person is enough.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak,
Well, Nick, find anything?
kinda wish she'd said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some contradiction in what she said somewhere.
So that's it. What do we have?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the steak one because that seems to be the obvious.
The steak
Like
is
you're
the
saying.
lie. She didn't eat a steak. But I don't think we have plates outside as an evidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I know, right?
That's tricky. What about... Does the photo of the guy dragging his leg have a time?
Yeah, it does.
When is the time? Is it 2?
It's 2. Yeah.
Well, here's a photo from 5 years ago that shows from 5 years ago that has a murder, so let's just talk about that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Did we press everything there?
Yeah, we pressed everything.
Sal and I both ate T-bone steaks on the table. Did you press that? What did she say about Sal and I both ate T-bone steaks? Hold it.
Someone that can verify this.
Sal.
So, yeah.
She wouldn't have had time to eat T-bone steak. If I had some evidence proof she didn't eat that steak.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss.
What of that evidence? Do we just do the autopsy? So it's at the time of death is this? Did you eat a steak? No, because we need proof she didn't eat a steak.
Wait, there was to be a rehearsal afterwards. We went to Studio 1. 2:30.
Fuck. I mean...
Yeah, I know, right?
What's that first photo? What's the... No, it's the map. I mean, we could use that... Do you want to try that plate?
You want to try the plate on this one?
I think so. This is what a plate looks like that had a steak on it. Objection! It is! There we go. Objection! Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. Ooh, what's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this.
It's
a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Thank you for reminding us, Edgeworth.
Thanks, Edgeworth. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer.
Ah.
Yet there were no bones left on the plates. Only I took a photo so I could show everyone. Just gotta take my word for this. Their plates were bare.
Gah!
Miss Vasquez, tell me how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone?
My teeth, they're very...
I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You don't
ate
eat the
a
steak.
boneless steak.
Exactly. Where would that get us? You didn't eat any steak during that break. You murdered someone. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
Ah.
She could. I did think the incinerator was there, and they could have just thrown the bone in the incinerator, though. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on salmonella. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Or you had the boys do it. Unclear on this. Mr. Wright!
Well, I think if she got the boys to do it, she would have got away with it. They're very good at erasing people, after all.
Well, isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be boring, as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Boys.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick. Yes, it's the intense music. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes.
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
I think she could. Could you not?
You couldn't, could you?
Oh, that's why. No, it wasn't broken in half. Wait, the spear was broken in half.
I feel like
It was
that
only
alone.
fixed with duct tape.
Yeah, I feel
But
like that.
no, because it was broken before this.
Yeah, but I feel like you could. She didn't use the spear.
But you could have used half the spear. She's still using the spear.
I think it's you couldn't, could you? Because she couldn't use the spear. Or do you think she could use the spear?
I think she could, but I'm not convinced that's the answer.
So I think our options are she broke it again and then repaired it, or she didn't use the spear.
Well, he
But
had
there's
a
no-
spear wound.
There's
There's no blood on the spear, though.
There's no blood in the spear though.
There's a hole in his chest.
There is a hole in his chest. You couldn't, could you?
I mean, he could have gone on the garden fence because the thing was bent.
Yeah.
He could have gone on the garden fence the same way the other guy did, as opposed to that's been there for 5 years.
I think
But
that's
then
how
there'd be
we.
blood everywhere.
I think that's how we bring this up, perhaps. You couldn't.
Yeah, do that one. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
Ha! You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
Yes. What?
There's no blood on it. What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body in a completely different place than we've already established the murder with. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. That's 5 years ago.
Yeah, but it's the spikes.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's either that or we just look, or we just go, here's the spear and it's clean.
Yeah, this is the question. It's like we either show the spear. Maybe show the spear.
But they've just cleaned it. The clock wasn't covered in blood. That was the murder weapon the first 2 times. You know what I mean? Like, is it just to keep the rating down? Everything's not covered in fucking blood. Um,
Well, Jane, do you think it's gonna be the accident or the
it feel pacing wise, it feels too early to show the photo. That's why I'm leaning spear.
Yeah.
It's not a real reason. Take that! I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon itself.
Nice. Good logic there, Martin.
Yeah. Pacing.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast, edgy boy. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. Does someone fix the spear? It was the security lady. Here she is waving. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Oda! Oda!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Ugh. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Garden spike, maybe? Maybe? In that photo was the guy over the spike was also in a costume, right? So there is President there.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Yeah, I think I mean, I don't know what else it would be. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright.
Oofed.
Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
It's a T-bone
van.
steak.
Take that!
Look at this
Take
photograph.
a look at this photograph! What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order in this trial, we'll be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close, kept secret at the studios.
And what does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo. See how the fence post pierced him through the chest.
What? What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then, she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way he caused that other man to die? 5 years ago?
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
He could save others from death, but not himself.
I don't think he saved anyone.
Oh, very creative, Mr. White. I could use a man like you on my strip writing staff.
You deny that what I say is true.
Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet, the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? And then returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The boys!
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried back to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. She only had to get into the van. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Van!
Take that!
Take that! Take van! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. All the pieces are coming together. Recall your testimony!
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Hold on, right? Don't forget it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. He had to be.
I think he was, but I don't know if we have proof of it. Other than when she says jump,
But
he says
there was
how
two
high.
stakes.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. No, totally. That's fuck it. Sleuthy Saturdays!
I think,
yeah.
I think it's impossible that he wasn't.
Yeah, because otherwise he would have eaten a steak. I mean, if they both left the trailer, he would have seen the murder.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't disappear for 15 minutes. Yeah. Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez? Shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
Oh shit. I win? That was too easy.
Sensing a trap.
Here come the boys. So, what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that?
Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer?